and welcome back. Today is my day 17. Yep, that's right, day 17. How am I feeling? I'm actually feeling pretty good. I will say that tonight I was having just a little bit of a sugar craving after I was done eating my dinner. So I did have a little scoop of Cool Whip, which isn't very many calories. It's, you know, about 25, 30 calories. But that gave me just that little bit of sugar hype that I needed. But other than that, I've been feeling pretty good. Like I said, when you're eating every 2 hours, you tend to feel like you're eating all the time. Today, I was trying to think ahead and try to plan for my weekend of foods that I could eat over the weekend, because I know that was actually one of the hardest things for me last weekend. Because when you go to work, you tend to, you know, in the morning time, I can fix my foods for the whole day and I know, okay, that's what I'm going to eat. But when I was home, I had so many different options that I was like, okay, well, what should I eat? So this morning, I did have 2 of my bacon pancakes and I had a glass of orange juice. I hadn't had any orange juice for a while, so I figured, might as well get some of that vitamin C in me. So I did work it so that way I could have the 2 bacon pancakes and the glass of orange juice. Now, of course, that's only 1 8-ounce glass of orange juice, not that much. Okay, so don't go overboard with things. Then for my 11 o'clock, I had a chicken salad sandwich. So I remember I had those little portions chicken in the freezer. So I brought one of those to work with me, let it thaw out, and I mixed it with a little bit of Miracle Whip, because when I'm making my chicken salad or my turkey salad, I like the tang of the Miracle Whip, the sweetness of the Miracle Whip with my chicken salad. So I had that and put a little bit of pepper and a little bit of other seasonings in it just to give it a little bit of flavor. And I put it on the 100% whole wheat slices that I had. My loaf of that bread is about gone. I think I have 2 slices left. So I actually did very well with that, and I was very pleased. The taste was fine for me. I don't mind whole wheat. Some people have a problem with it. I believe you can also find the thin slices in a white bread, but they actually aren't going to have as much nutrition in it as the 100% whole wheat. There's a little bit that I had learned years ago about wheat bread. Okay, so, you know, when you buy white bread, anything that's white, and you know, if you look at the ingredients on it, it'll say enriched wheat flour. Enriched wheat flour. So, what does that mean? It means that they have taken the wheat germ out of it. Now, the wheat germ is what makes it that dark color and everything. And then they synthetically put it back in. Synthetically, you know, that means fake. They synthetically put that wheat germ back in. What that does is it helps to make the flour lighter, fluffier. If you notice, a lot of your white breads, your white cakes, stuff like that, are very light and fluffy because that's what we like. We like things to be light and fluffy. We like the taste of that. Well, of course, because we like the taste of it doesn't mean that it's necessarily good for us. So I did some research on wheat bread. Now, when you go to places, okay, years ago, I had done some research with Subway, because Subway will have had a whole wheat roll. But if you looked at the ingredients on it, it once again said enriched wheat flour. It was not 100% whole wheat. I believe that they have since changed their ingredients and stuff. So I think it is more 100% whole wheat, but I'm not exactly sure. Don't take my word on that. I would have to check on that. But if it doesn't say that, from what I remember, in order for it to not have enriched wheat flour in it, it has to say 100% whole wheat. So things that say just whole wheat are not 100% whole wheat. Does that make sense? I think it does. But so what they would do is that, like I said, they would take the wheat germ out, and then they put the wheat germ synthetically back in, makes it lighter, fluffier, all that kind of stuff. So that's why they say that like 100% whole wheat bread is good for you. When you're looking for crackers or you're looking for pasta or anything like that, you really need to look at those ingredients, because even though it says whole wheat, it may not necessarily be 100% whole wheat. Most likely it says enriched wheat flour in there. And believe it or not, it's a lot harder for your body, okay? Not that it's harder for it to process, but it processes it too quickly. So this enriched wheat flour, which is the reason why we have so much problems with carbohydrates, is turned quicker to sugar in your system as it goes through the digestive system and everything. So you want to try to stay away from the things that say enriched wheat flour. Now, like I said, over the years, I had done lots of research and everything, reading a bunch of articles, and I did research at the grocery store looking at ingredients on different foods. So I do know that if you look at like wheat thins, if I remember correctly, it says whole germ wheat flour. And then, like I said, this 100% whole wheat Pepperidge Farm bread, and there's other ones too. You just need to look for that 100% whole wheat. So that's just a little side note for you. So I had a chicken salad sandwich for breakfast. Well, not for breakfast. That was for my 11 o'clock. And then for my 1 o'clock, remember last night's dinner where I had the Zaxby's boneless wings? Well, I brought 3 of the boneless wings. Remember, I told you I was going to make several meals out of it. So I had 6 wings left. I brought 3 wings with me. And I brought that little side cup of barbecue sauce. I had told you that I got my barbecue sauce on the side. So they give it to you in the little cups, the dipping cups. So I used about half of the dipping cup with my 3 chicken wings, the boneless chicken wings that I had. So I still have 3 left, and I saved the half a cup of barbecue sauce and put it back in the Ziploc baggie and put it in the fridge at work. So that way, maybe tomorrow I'll just bring the other 3 chicken, and I will have made, let's see, I had 2 meals yesterday, 1 meal today, and 1 meal tomorrow. I will have made 4 meals out of that one dinner that I had gone and bought. So that was a big hooray to me to be able to spread it out that much. Because remember, I told you that was well over 1,200 calories just in that whole meal. And of course, I didn't have it with all the sauce on it, and I didn't have all the French fries. So I'm very pleased with myself there. Then at 3 o'clock, I had the cheese and the wheat thins and the nuts, the cashews. I had told you about how I had that all set up as one of my 300 calorie meals. And that was really good. That was when I was on my way door dashing, so I could just take one nut at a time. Remember, I told you don't take a whole handful of nuts. You know that's what you look like when you're in the car. Can you imagine what the people in the car next to you think? Oh my goodness. Or when you're going down the road and you got the big cheeseburger. You know what you think when you see somebody doing that. They are thinking the same thing about you. So then my 5 o'clock mini meal that I had was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I had already had that prepared this morning. Once again, I measured my peanut butter and my jelly. It was my homemade strawberry jam. It is nice and sweet, so I do get my little bit of sweetness there. Had my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then for dinner, for my last dinner at 7 o'clock, I had made some beef stew. So I made beef stew for my husband and I, and it was pretty much potatoes and the beef. Now he had rolls and, what are those things called? Mozzarella sticks with it. And I had just my little 5 ounces of meat. Of course, I put a little bit of ketchup on it because that's me. I like to have ketchup on stuff. So, but it was good. It was good. And I took what we had left and I put it into little 1-cup servings, little 5 ounce, I measured it for 5 ounces. So that way I've already got it set for a couple of meals. So I've got that in the fridge. I also had made some Jell-O yesterday, some of the strawberry, no sugar Jell-O. So I went ahead and already made me one of my mini meals for tomorrow with, I had some strawberries left and blueberries and Cool Whip and the Jell-O, and made one of my cups where it's one of the parfaits. So instead of having the yogurt, I have that. Now, that full thing is only, it's not even 100 calories. Actually, it might be. I think it was a little bit more because the last time I had a cheese stick with it. So it might come out to be about 150 calories if I remember correctly. So I could still have something else with it. So if I want to bring maybe one of the yogurts with me, so I could have this big thing, this parfait that's got the Jell-O and the Cool Whip and the strawberries and blueberries. I have that, but I could also have the yogurt to go along with it. And then that would put me right around my 300 calories. I really, really try to stick around the 300 calories. I don't want to go too much less because then you will start getting hungry and you have a problem getting to your next time to eat. So we don't want our calories to be too low, especially not right now. You want to be able to have somewhere to go later on. What I mean by somewhere to go is right now we're staying, or I'm staying right around 1,800 calories. I'm doing good. I'm having losses and stuff. So, and it's able to maintain my body. Now, what happens when I get to a plateau? And we all have done it. We've all lost weight. And in the process of losing weight, you get to a week where you've been eating the same thing, doing the same thing you've been doing, and then you're not losing anything. And then another week goes by, and the same thing happens. And then another week goes by, and the same thing happens. In TOPS, we call that a turtle. And I have seen people that have had turtles for 3 or 4 weeks before. We call that getting to a plateau. That means that you've been losing and losing and losing, and then you get to a point to where you are literally at a plateau. For some reason, your body just says, okay, that's it now. So when you get to those plateaus, you want to be able to have somewhere to go. You want to be able to do something extra. Okay. So like right now, I'm not doing any extra exercise or anything. I'm not saying I'm not moving. I'm going through my regular routine the same way I always do. I'm just not putting any extra activity in. I'm not making it a point to go for a walk. I'm not making it a point to go for a bike ride. You know, I haven't worked that into my weight loss journey yet. It will come. But right now, that's not where it's at. And that'll be for when I get to plateaus, I will have something extra to do. If you go all in right at the beginning, then you get to a plateau and you're like, okay, well, what else can I do? You know, and some of you are like that right now. You know, I hear people that have said, I'm only 5 pounds. I'm 5 pounds from my goal. I'm 3 pounds from my goal. I've been, you know, here for several months and stuff. Well, that's what happens. You've got to shake it up. You've got to change something. If you keep doing the same thing, same results are going to happen. So, all right. Well, that is it for today. Tomorrow is my day 18. So I am looking forward to it. I'm doing good. Day 17 is done past me now. And I am looking forward to another good week. I hope you've had your day 1. If not, you can always start tomorrow. I would love to hear about your journey. And I will talk to you later.